good evening, my divas and gents, guys and dolls in Radio La La Land. I am First Lady Connie Reeves, and you are listening to the Connie Reeves Show here from the beautiful state-of-the-art studios of WNRR, Gospel 1380, the original one-of-a-kind. I am super duper delighted, as always, and so excited that you decided to tune in today to listen to us have a very lively conversation about another hot topic. My co-host is here, Pastor Clyde Lawrence of Los Angeles, and Pastor Clyde Lawrence is not only my co-host, but he is the overseer of a group called Vision Builders Fellowship of Los Angeles, and he is pastor of Blessed Assurance Church in Gardena, California. So, Pastor Clyde, how are you doing this evening, and how was service today?
Connie, I am doing absolutely wonderful. Health is top shelf. We had a lively question and answer session in church today that cleared up some things. So the Holy Ghost was in the midst today, and I'm really thankful for that.
Well, you can never go wrong with that. That is absolutely awesome, and sounds like you had a very good time today, another Sunday that we are broadcasting coming from Augusta, Georgia. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about something that can help you as it has helped myself and Pastor Lawrence with this tipsy-topsy economy that we are experiencing. From my perspective, I think that the economy really started going sour during 9/11. I believe that was the first aspect of it. Would you say that? So, Pastor Clyde, what do you think about that?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. That was catastrophic to this nation. And heretofore, we didn't have anything like that on this land. And so fear and a lot of other things came into place, which changed, I think, the momentum of this country.
I totally agree. And it seems like 2008 just hit us with a big bang. And we've been going in and out, but it seems like we're not back to where we were, and I guess we never will be because jobs have moved overseas and all kind of things have gone on. But we have been fortunate, myself and Pastor Lawrence, that we found something that we want to share with you today, something that has sustained us economically and given us the opportunity to have a little extra money in our pockets and put away for our children and our children's children. And it's an article I was reading today in Forbes.com, and it says that there are the top 6 benefits of starting a home business. It says that home-based businesses are quickly becoming the fastest growing form of business startups. Growing your company out of your home allows for flexibility that is difficult when renting or buying office and warehouse space. Although working at home requires self-discipline, and that is very true, the benefits can be substantial, especially in the startup years. It says that, number one, more work time, less commute time. And according to a recent Gallup poll, Americans spend an average of almost 50 minutes a day commuting to and from their offices. One of the best benefits of working in a home office is that commuting involves no more than a few steps to the spare room or the basement. That leaves more time for revenue-producing activities. And Pastor Clyde is in Los Angeles, California, where the traffic is really, really crazy. And our station is in Georgia, which is close to Atlanta, Georgia, where we also have really stupid traffic. So, Pastor Clyde, would you totally agree with this number one about commuting time less?
Well, I retired from a job of 33 years where I was doing outside sales. So I was in the fray all the time. And that was one of the things that made me want to retire was traffic. And so, yeah, I made the move, and I don't regret it at all.
I know what you mean. I hate traffic. I absolutely hate traffic. My husband is a highway, expressway driver. I'm a street driver. He only knows how to get somewhere on the expressway, where I know how to get off and go around and get home on the streets. So I really hate traffic. So now that I do a home-based business, because before when I was in corporate America, I was taking the subway all the time, and that's a hassle because it's like super packed and it's just really, really bad also. But now I can work my business. I step out of my bedroom into my office, and I can still have on my pajamas, have my cup of coffee, and just relax and not be so stressed out. So number two, they say the ability to scale up or scale down quickly. When you rent or own office space, the size of your business is fixed to the size of the space. In the event where downsizing makes sense, you may not be able to do so quickly if you are signed to a long-term lease. Working from your home allows you to hire more people or fewer people, or simply work longer or shorter hours to right-size your business operations. Number 4 is flexibility of working hours. Being able to work at night or first thing in the morning is a great boon for those entrepreneurs who are juggling children or other obligations. Mobile phones, faxes, and email allow you to interact with your customers and suppliers at any time of the day or night. You can more easily accommodate customers in different time zones, which is very important to us because we're all over the globe, and kids' school schedules. Number 5, reduction in overhead costs. Working from a home-based office keeps your overhead costs low, as you are not renting office space or phones or paying for office utilities. The zero commute also saves money on gas and wear and tear on your car. The reduction in fixed costs allows you to be more flexible in your pricing decisions than competitors who must cover those types of costs. You can choose to either give more favorable quotes or keep the same pricing as your competition and have a healthier bottom line. Now, Pastor Clyde, I know that you own a convenience store, so I know that you can really relate to number 5, can't you?
Yeah, it's one-on-one relationships with customers, and a lot depends on rapport.
And then you have a lot of overhead too, I'm sure, for your.
Yeah, absolutely. It was not a great move to me now that I'm in on the other side, that I could have done a lot better by just opting out for the time. Being locked in is not exciting to me.
Yes.
So, can't wait.
But you don't have the flexibility and all of that, like you thought you were going to have when you retired, correct?
No, that's a fact. And but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's good I'm going through it so I can be a help to other people who are thinking about that decision, and I can give them some insight because I've experienced it. It's a great teacher, experience is.
Yes, that's always true. Experience is the best teacher. Number 6, which is the last point, it allows you to test out business ideas. More than 50% of all new businesses fail. If you have had to put money out for office space and other fixed costs right off the bat, a startup failure can be costly. Working from a home office allows you to test out a new business without a lot of overhead, just like Pastor Clyde was saying. This way you can determine its viability before investing a lot of money. And like Pastor Clyde said, he's now on the other side, and what he means by being on the other side is he has a home business, and he's trying to downsize from his traditional business so he can have flexibility. So that's what we're talking about today, and we have a very special guest on the line in our studio who has recently just started another company for us to be able to have a home business. He is a businessman. This is his second home business operation. He had one with 2 other gentlemen, but now he is the sole owner of this particular business, and we have been working with him for some time, and he has become a very, very dear friend of mine, and I am very happy, and Pastor Clyde also, to be working with him. His name is Mr. Craig Jerabek. He is the founder, the president, and CEO of Ascend Global Services and Ascend Global Travel. So, Mr. Jerabek, thank you so much for being on my show today. And how are you doing today?
Well, good evening, Connie. I am so happy to be here. It's wonderful to talk with you and with Pastor Clyde. I'm honored to be on your show and look forward to a lively conversation.
So let me ask you this. How did you come up with wanting to help others have a home business? And am I correct to say that there are 2 businesses in one?
Well, Connie, the way I came up with the idea of doing a home-based business is that I used to do a more traditional business, just like Pastor Clyde did. Mm-hmm. I had a retail business where I had stores, and I had 23 stores at one point in time. And I transformed that into a franchise business where I had 80 locations. And those businesses, as you pointed out earlier, required retail space, they required leases, insurance, expensive rents, inventory to hold on to, and lots of employees, several hundred employees. So there was an awful lot to manage. And what I realized was that I could do the same thing and help other people do the same thing without the burden of all of that overhead. We didn't have to have the retail space. We didn't have to have the insurance and all the employees and all those things that really make it difficult for people to be successful. You mentioned business failure rates in the 50% or higher area, and that's absolutely true. In our case, the overhead, as you put it, is what we have in our home. We're already paying our overhead. We can go to work in our kitchen, in our living room. We can go to the local coffee shop and have meetings. There's no need to use the old business paradigms that we're so accustomed to, which is renting retail space or big office space and having a large overhead. So the opportunity to give people the opportunity just seemed to make a lot of sense. And we took the same products and services that we had in our retail stores and made those available to people from their living rooms. And that was, by virtue of the power of the internet and online shopping and central warehousing and things like that, that we were able to allow people to start a business without inventory, without warehouses, without employees, but by giving everybody a virtual storefront, a website where they could run a business that didn't require anything more than $50 a month to maintain. To me, just seemed like a strong value proposition. Mm-hmm. So that's part one. Part two, in terms of the products and services, we basically have two divisions to our company, as you mentioned. We have Ascend Global Services, where we sell a myriad of products, most of which I've lumped into a category we call essential services. Yeah. Gas and electric for the home, solar energy, purified water. We have the ability to give people a great product to make purified water. And these days, with the state of the water systems in this country, we've seen what's happened in Flint, Michigan, and Fresno, California, and South Florida, and Chicago, where children are being poisoned with lead and benzene and pharmaceuticals in the water supply. So another great product. So we have a number of different services that we offer. And then, of course, we have our travel business. And the travel business does a couple of things. It gives people an opportunity to join our travel club, and in that travel club, they can save money on their personal travel, but they can also make money on other people's travel. And then, of course, we have the opportunity that people can become a full-fledged travel agent. And so you can sit at home in your living room, become a travel agent, and we offer people the opportunity to make the highest commissions, bar none, in the travel industry from the comfort of their home. So yeah, we have two divisions. One we call our services division, and the other is our travel division. And both are great opportunities, and some people like to do a little bit of each. Some people focus only on the travel. Some people like to focus only on the services. The benefit is we give everybody all the tools they need, the websites, the point-of-sale systems, the fulfillment, and so forth, so they can run their business for literally a couple of dollars a day from the comfort of their own home.
Yes, most definitely. It is a great opportunity, which I call a project. That's what I call it, a big project that I like to invite people to join my project or to join up with Pastor Clyde out in Los Angeles and be what we call essential service brokers. That's what we are. We sell products that basically you use every single day.
Everybody watches television, so we represent Dish Network and DirecTV. Most people have home security systems, and people who don't generally will. So we sell home security services, gas and electric.
Will.
Everybody heats. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody heats water and turns on lights and runs the stove, and so we sell gas and electricity services. One of the other things we do, roadside assistance. So if your car gets stuck on the side of the road, we have the ability for people to become members in our roadside assistance program. Telemedicine. Our telemedicine program works tremendously. So rather than having to go to the doctor, you can pick up the phone, dial an 800 number, and speak to a nurse or a doctor and get prescriptions sent to the drugstore nearest your home at significant discounts. So that's our telemedicine application. So all of these are things we do already. We already watch TV. We already heat our homes and light our homes. We call the doctor. And I love the medical program, Connie, because when you think about what's happened to the cost of medicine in this country and the cost of insurance, it's skyrocketing.
Exactly.
And most of us are saddled with high deductibles these days. But what if for $20 a month, you didn't have to worry about your deductible anymore because you could do it all at no extra charge. You can speak to a doctor as many times as you want on the telephone and get your prescription sent to your local pharmacy at a discount. So you don't have to go to the doctor. You don't have to pay that $100. You don't have to pay full price for your prescriptions. So there's a powerful service, and unfortunately, all of us need to go to the doctor from time to time, and it's never convenient. And oftentimes we have to wait. There's no more waiting. There's no more inconvenience.
That's
As
awesome.
you said, we can work from our living room. We can also call the doctor from our living room.
That's awesome. Now, isn't it a fact that when a person becomes a part of your company and start their home business, does the telemed come with it automatically?
It does. It's almost like getting medical benefits with your business.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely correct, Connie. It's included in that monthly fee that we do charge a monthly fee, and we have to because it costs a lot to run our business, but it's only $50 a month. So it's less than $2 a day to own your own business, to have health coverage. I think it's a tremendous opportunity.
Yes, it most definitely is, because there is so much more money to run a traditional business. You cannot run a traditional business at that cost. You have to have inventory. So with a home business, you have to have your inventory, which is the service that you get from the company with your website, your ledger for your accounting of your paycheck or your income that's coming in. It's really an awesome and state-of-the-art opportunity here. Now, with the telemed, let me ask you this. Is that part of Obamacare, or how does that work?
No, think of it as a supplement almost. So what we do is we give you the opportunity for, again, if you're a member, you don't pay anything extra for it, but you can also sell it to friends and family members, because a lot of people need this extra coverage because of these high deductibles. I can tell you my last health insurance plan, my deductible was $3,000 a year. So before my insurance covered one single dollar, we had to pay $3,000 out of pocket. Well, now, for less than $20 a month, you have access to a doctor 24/7, 365 days a year, whether you're home, out of town, doesn't matter where you are, someone who can help diagnose, someone who can prescribe. So it's a tremendous way to save money as well as save time and convenience. How many times when you're raising your children, I have 3 children, on the weekends the kids get sick. You have to wait until Monday to see the doctor, or you have to go to urgent care or the emergency room. Well, now you just pick up the phone. And if the doctor needs to see you, you get on a Skype call. I mean, technology has enabled an awful lot of convenience for us. So I think it's a tremendous service that we offer, and it's priced lower than anything else in the marketplace. And as I said, for our members, it's included.
That is a tremendous product. And along with that, what I consider another health product is the crystal wave water. Now, how does that work, Mr. Jerabek?
So the crystal wave machine was developed to help people with this crisis we have in our country right now of terrible water, right? Look, Flint, Michigan really brought it to national attention.
Yes,
people were being poisoned by the water, absolutely poisoned by it. So this technology has been around a long time. It's called atmospheric water generation. Essentially, especially if you live in a humid part of the world, like I live in the Northeast, and I spend a lot of my time as well in South Florida. Well, you've got a situation in the Northeast in the spring, summer, and fall where it's very humid. And we use something called dehumidifiers in our home, especially in our basements. We try to keep our houses dry because humidity is so high.
Okay.
What this machine does is it actually takes the moisture out of the air, filters the air through a HEPA filter, so a high-quality filter, and we're taking moisture out of the air. This machine, all you do is plug it into a standard outlet in your home. No plumbing, no pipes, nothing like that.
Oh, wow.
And the system actually sucks the moisture out of the air and then purifies it through a 7-step filtration system. So that at the end of the process, you're getting between 2 and 5 gallons a day of purified water. Now, when I use the term purified, that's actually a standard that the federal government uses to say that your water has less than 10 parts per million of dissolved solids in it. Mm-hmm. Now, if you go some places in the world like Flint, Michigan, you're going to find that number in the 300 parts per million, and a lot of those particles are poisonous. Mm-hmm. In this case, we're eliminating not all, but almost all, virtually all of the dissolved solids in the water. So our machine has less than 10 parts per million. Average tap water in a good market has 150 parts per million of dissolved solids. Mm. Bottled water, believe it or not, Connie, bottled water has between 150 and 300 parts per million of solids in it. We don't know what's in that water. Nope. We're drinking it. We're told it's good water, but nobody measures it. There's no standard for it. Our machine actually meets the government's highest standard for purified water, and it does it by the 7-step filtration process. So we're very proud of it. I think the timing is absolutely perfect, whether we're in areas in California where there's drought. Pastor Clyde lives in an area where he's seen drought for the last 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In my hometown of Rochester, New York, one of the school districts here has a lead contamination problem. In New Jersey, I was in Newark, New Jersey a couple of weeks ago. We did a trade show for all the mayors in the state of New Jersey. And what we found, there's 5 cities in the state of New Jersey where there's a water emergency. The kids are not allowed to drink the water. Mm-hmm. Whoever thought in this country we couldn't drink the water?
It's really a shame, and I believe that this machine would do very well here in the state of Georgia in the South because it rains so much. I had no idea it rained as much as it does, and so they have a lot of moisture. And, you see people coming out of, especially like Costco and Sam's, and they're buying all of these big cases of water bottles, and those bottles are not good for environment. So to have this machine in your home is more of a value for not only your pocketbook, but also for your health. I just wanted to interject that in this article, they say that the bottom line is starting a business from your home allows you many freedoms and flexibilities to grow your business at your own pace. It also saves money on many fronts, which helps during the often lean startup years. Your work environment can make or break your career as an entrepreneur. And what we do here at the Connie Reeves Radio Show is help you, divas and gents, guys and dolls, ladies and gentlemen. We help you get money, make money, and save money. And if you would like more information, please call the Connie Reeves Radio Show at my studio at 505-652-2107. That's 505-652-2107, where you can leave a message for myself, my co-host, or my guest. We will be more than happy to answer any and all of your questions that you may have. And I want to thank you so much, Mr. Craig Jerbeck, my business partner and my friend, for being a guest on my show today. I would like to have you back in the future to talk more about the other side of the company and as other developments develop at Ascend Global Services. Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure to speak with both of you, and I look forward to doing it again. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us and have a good night.